Good morning. May God in the heavens watch over you. Before the sun rises completely, it's important to remember those who begin the day in prayer. End the day in gratitude, and today's request to heaven is simple yet powerful. May God protect, guard, and deliver you from all envy, because blessings are approaching, and the enemy always tries to act when something good is about to happen. But evil does not prevail over those who trust. The name of God is both shield and shelter for all who call upon him in faith. Each new morning is a chance to begin again. And when the first thought of the day is a prayer, everything else aligns in the presence of God. Today is a day to renew the soul, strengthen the spirit, and cover yourself with faith. Today is a day to leave behind what weighs you down, what hurts, what delays. What has passed belongs to the past. What lies ahead is promise. While many are still asleep, heaven is already moving in your favor. With each sunrise, God writes a new page in the story of your life. And this morning, he invites you to begin the day under his light, because where there is prayer, there is no room for evil. The end of another month has come, and with it, the moment to renew your faith, to ask God to deliver you from all evil, especially from envy. Envy is a silent, disguised feeling, capable of sickening the heart and stealing peace. It is born in the eyes, grows in silence, and feeds on comparison. That's why it's time to guard your heart and place all your trust in God's hands. Protection begins within the soul, when we choose not to keep resentment, nor repay evil with evil. Today is the day to lay before God everything that weighs you down, and allow him to turn that burden into lightness. The Lord is the one who guards the heart and closes the doors to envy. He covers you with grace, strengthens you in faith, and teaches you to win without needing to prove anything to anyone. And when the heart rests in God, the soul finds shelter in a peace the world cannot offer. The time that ends is not an ending, it's preparation. It's heaven saying, I am strengthening you for what's coming. Nothing you have lived was in vain, everything has purpose. Even the tears you've shed will be used by God to water the blessings that are on their way. Father, guard us, deliver us, and bless the new month that is coming. May November arrive light, full of peace, health, prosperity, and good news. Before you move on, declare with faith, I receive God's protection and deliverance from all envy. When you declare it, heaven agrees. And when heaven agrees, no contrary word has power. What God protects, no one can destroy. In the book of Genesis, chapter 4, the Bible tells the story of Cain and Abel, the first brothers in all of humanity. Cain was a farmer, Abel a shepherd, and one day both brought offerings to the Lord. Cain offered the fruits of the earth, but Abel brought the first fruits, the first and best portions, and God was pleased with Abel's offering. But when the Lord favors someone, the heart of the envious cannot bear it. Cain's face fell, and driven by envy, he committed evil against his own brother. It all began with a comparison, a look, a feeling kept in the heart. From the beginning, envy has been the root of many sorrows. It destroys homes, divides families, and erases friendships. The envious want to reap what they never sowed. They want results without sacrifice. They want blessings without prayer. They call another's faith luck. They call another's victory privilege. But God knows the price of your struggle, the tears no one saw, and the effort that only heaven witnessed. That's why today's word says, do not fear the gaze of those who envy you. Do not worry about those who wish you harm. God surrounds you with a wall of fire, covers you with his wings, and sends angels around you to guard you in all your ways. Those who trust in God are spiritually shielded, and no envy can touch what he protects. Evil may try to come close, but when it meets a soul covered in prayer, it is forced to retreat. Faith is the shield that overcomes every jealous look and every negative energy. And this story teaches us something profound. The true offering that pleases God is not what is placed in the hands, but what is surrendered in the heart. Abel gave the best of himself, and that is what touched heaven. While Cain looked at his brother, Abel looked at God. And that is why the pure heart always triumphs over the envious gaze, because where there is sincerity, there is divine presence, and where there is divine presence, no evil can remain. Now is the moment of prayer. Prayer is the shield of the soul and the fortress of those who trust in God. It is in prayer that the heart finds calm, the mind finds direction, and the spirit finds strength. While many run after solutions, the answer is in bending the knees and speaking with the Creator. Because when man falls silent before God, God speaks through peace. Prayer opens paths where there were walls, heals wounds that no one can see, and builds bridges between the heart and heaven. It is through prayer that the impossible becomes possible, that the weak become strong, and that pain gives way to hope. Prayer is the language heaven understands, the touch of the soul that awakens the movement of God. Even when words fail, a praying heart speaks loud enough to be heard at the throne of God. Psalm 91: He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High and rests in the shadow of the Almighty will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. For He will deliver you from the snare of the enemy, from pestilence, from the envious tongue, and the evil gaze. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. The Lord will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. Under the wings of the Almighty there is safety and rest. Whoever makes God their refuge finds protection even in the midst of storms. For the presence of the Lord is like a wall of fire around the righteous, and no opposing force can cross that boundary. And in this moment of faith, may every word of this prayer find space in your heart. May every worry, anxiety, and fear be placed in God's hands. Because when the heart surrenders, the miracle begins to move. Now with faith, pray the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. May the Lord cover every life with the blood of the Lamb. May He deliver you from all envy, deceit, and every contrary word. And may the good you do by sharing this prayer return multiplied in blessings, peace and prosperity. The new month is already being prepared by God, and it will be light, blessed and full of good news. Nothing will stop what He has already decided in favor of your home. The plans of God are perfect, and His timing never fails. Calmness in the heart is a sign that heaven is in control, and when God decides to act, no envious tongue, no malicious word can prevent what He has determined. So go in peace, pray, trust and rest. Victory is already on its way, and when it arrives, everyone will know it was God who did it. No obstacle is too great for those who walk with the Lord. What seems difficult today will be tomorrow's testimony. The same hand that has sustained you this far will lead you to your victory. God is never late. He prepares, and when the promise is fulfilled, everything makes sense. Declare with faith, I believe. God will guard me. Faith is the bridge that connects the heart to the promise, and those who trust in the Lord are never disappointed. The light of God goes before you, preparing the way, opening doors and keeping you firm. And where there is darkness, His presence will be your lamp. What is prayer today will soon become a miracle. If this message touched your heart like this video, subscribe to the Light and Family channel and be part of this chain of faith and protection. And always remember, those who begin the day praying, end the day giving thanks. May the light of God remain over your home, over your family, and over your heart. Amen.